a mover and a seconder for the agenda.
Michelle?
So Michelle, are you moving?
Yep.
Okay, we won't be able to hear you guys. Okay. Moved by Joan, seconded by Debbie. All in favor? Any disclosures of pecuniary interest? I don't see any. Can you guys put your cameras on? Is that possible? Just so we can see you? Because we can't hear you. If you
Mine
have
won't work,
questions,
but I'm going to
raise your
try
hand and-
leaving and coming back in because I think I might have hit something in the
Alright.
beginning.
So number 3, adoption of the minutes from our last meeting. We need a mover and a seconder for that. Diane and Debbie. Yeah, he'll come on after when it's his time. And Michelle probably has the little ones at home running around, so. So we forgot that with the adoption of the agenda, we had an addition, 4.6, we were gonna add Bob to talk about the playground, the ballparks. Yeah, the fields. Yeah, Bob Martin. All right, so we'll start off with 4.1 Canada Day 2022 festivities. And we have a report for recommendation for Canada Day. I believe it's in our agenda. So Carly, want to speak to this?
Yes, so the committee, if you had a chance to review the report, what we would need as staff is further direction on what the committee thinks we should go through with. We have a budget of $10,000 total. In the past, we put about $4,000 or $5,000 towards the fireworks show. It's the most expensive part. The other funds were distributed either for, in the past, we were responsible for barbecue and bar and stuff like that. I'm not suggesting we do that this year. I'm suggesting that we go through with getting a couple of bouncy castles. And there's a new food truck in the area. Carol Lachon has La Boîte de Lunch. And she can also do cotton candy and popcorn and things like that, and just kind of advocate for what we have in the area. It's a little bit less money spent on staff time also to man those booths. And then the library was also, last year they handed out little Canada Day gifts or packages, sorry. So we can do that again and give them a budget for Canada Day packages of $2,000. Amazing Fun has reached out to me and they have said, I'm just going to share my screen here. So as you can see here, they have multiple combinations of whatever size, functionality. Normally we would get 2 and 1 game in the past, and that would be about $1,800 to $2,000 for about a 4-hour period. So the gentleman has suggested that we get one and kind of spread it out age friendly. So have one for the toddlers, smaller kids, one for the older teenagers / adults, and then have a game of something. So a couple of years back, we did bubble soccer as a game, and we did it in the fields, the ball fields. And then we had a slide and a bouncy castle. This year they've incorporated like mazes, blow up mazes where adults can actually go in. We haven't had that before. They've basically cut the age limit off at 18 or so. But now adults can participate if they wanted to. So they can provide us with whatever. They're about 50% booked now. So we would have to, they are fully booked and said that they cannot accommodate us this year. Yeah, yeah. So Amazing Fun was the only other alternative that was able to. Yeah. So, yes, yeah, yeah. They were good before, and then we switched to the other guy because they weren't, because Amazing Fun was booked up. So it depends on how they book up throughout the year.
Is this in?
They do. This is their website here. This is their package. Yep. So they said if we could pick our top 5 of different castles we wanted, or if you guys are comfortable with staff picking the options and keeping within the budget, as long as you guys are okay with the budget. If you wanted to have input into what castles were there, you can chime in. Yeah, yeah. So there's. No, that's okay. Like this is where we find out, right? So there's for toddler ones, there's the Enchanted Castle. I can't see past this, but there's the Crazy House, the Bouncy Castles. This one, Raiders, yeah, Red Sea Roamer. So the other part, so this one is $550 for up to 4 hours. Okay, so that would be one of the options. This?
Yeah.
It'd be a 3-way slide. Yeah, so the dimensions we would have to be careful about, just because if it does rain, we'd want to be able to move it into the arena. Yeah, so. Yeah, it's huge. Yeah, it's 15 by 15 wide. So, so there's that. Blue Mammoth. Swervy Slider. There is a new one that they got that it's the maze. So amazing maze. So this one's huge, right? So it's 900 and includes the attendance. So that's the nice part too, is that we won't have to have staff to man. The attendant comes with it for the 4 hours, sets it up, tears it down. It's beautiful. Yes, yeah, for each. Yeah, because they need just for safety to keep kids from piling up. So this is the one that both kids and adults can use. Right? Okay. So that's a possibility, but he basically said if you could pick your top 5 and then he'll let you know, and like we'll pick 3 all together or as many as $2,000 can get us. Yeah. Yeah, well, it was just a suggestion because 5,000, 4,000 or 5,000 is going to the fireworks. The more money, the longer the show. I booked them. Depends on the weather. There's currently a fire ban. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, hopefully the fire ban's not on for too much longer.
So I think that we kind of have to decide, first of all, where we want Canada Day to happen this year. It will be in Noelville because the Alban Community Center is under renovations. So we cannot go there. I know in the past we used to have it at the arena. I personally would like to see it at Joe Chartrand during the day. I don't know if we do like a 3 to 7 or a 12 to 5 kind of afternoon in the park. Just to get people used to going to the park and to utilize the space we have. And then do the fireworks here at the municipality at nighttime. Or I don't know if somebody else has any suggestions.
Are there washrooms at Joe Sharpton or you would bring porta potties? You'd have to.
So that would be an extra cost. So we can keep $1,000 aside for those extra things. If we have it at Joe Chartrand Park, right? Because there's work to be planned there also. So we can maybe say as a committee, that's our first choice, is to have it there. Should the work not be done for whatever reason or start later, whatever circumstances, secondary choice would be here at the arena. Is that fair? So it would be nice to show off the work that's coming.
I've reached out to Linda Gagnon about the music, to see if she wanted to do like what we did 2 years ago. I didn't get an answer, so I will look at reaching out to her again. We had all local volunteers sing. They had did a good job. That's just an idea. Should, that's coming up.
From what
So-
time to what time for entertainment?
It would be, that's what we have to decide. We have to decide if we're having like a 1 to 5, or are we having a 3 to 7, or a 4 to 8, or fireworks are normally around 9 o'clock, 9:30.
Why
So,
not 4 to 8, like happen in the evening? Although,
You could start it around dinner time, and
yeah, that's what we used to do.
because you only have the bouncy castles for 4 hours. So
Yeah.
if you start them 4 hours before the fireworks, and then they'll
have
take
the
it down right
kids stuff
before the end.
first.
Mhm.
So is that everybody okay with that for a 4 to 8 o'clock kind of event? At Joe Chartrand? Diane, I see you shaking your head. That's a yes?
Yeah, that's a yes. Can you hear me now?
Is that in addition to 1 to 5 for the kids stuff?
No, it would be all at night, 4 to 8. Does that work?
Or you just want a 4-hour event?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, we're not, we can't have a,
okay.
I mean, I guess we could if we had volunteers, but
I think,
you know, how do you keep people occupied for 8 hours straight? It's a long,
Yeah, but before we would do an afternoon, serve lunch. But we wouldn't start until about 2 or 3, but there'd also be a bar, and staff would run everything, and then their wages are charged back to the account, so you lose about $1,000 in wages for everybody to be there and help.
or whatever you think. I mean,
10. Yeah,
but 4 to 8, I mean, the kids are still up and.
oh, it's a Friday night.
it's not high noon if it's super hot, so.
Yeah, that's right.
Chris, do you have any suggestions? So we let
48
the
is
library buy the
also,
gifts for the kids or put them together like last year? Is that the
Last
plan?
year, all we did was put them together.
Together.
Well, we,
Yeah.
Just remember to turn the mic on. So they can hear you. Everyone on Zoom can hear you only through the mic.
Yeah, and I was at Joe Chartrand Park for the horticultural meeting yesterday. It's really nice there. Is the sound system bought for the park already?
We're gonna discuss that.
So would the committee be okay to picking, do you want to add the maze as one of our top 5 for the bouncy castles? Are you okay with the $2,000 budget, or would you want to increase, decrease? We have $10,000 altogether. Do you want to put 4,000, 5,000 to fireworks?
Goes to council tomorrow night. And then we have to, well, got to reserve them. So you got to reserve the bouncy castles. And if we wait till our next meeting, then we're already into June. So then it'll be too late.
Yeah, your top 5, and then they'll let you know which 3 are still available.
the slide.
Yeah. Which slide was it? This one, Colossal Tomb. So that one's $1,000. So we'd have another $1,000. We could maybe get a small, way smaller one, like a bouncy castle for the toddlers.
Carly, did they show heights on those slides?
Yeah, so So you'd have another $600 you could get. Let's get this enchanted castle. Okay, so you want to, how about let we do this? We do a slide, a bouncy castle, and a game? Or did you want to pick another smaller bouncy castle?
I think a game.
There's like this twister. Yeah, or we can see how much this rainbow run is. That's $650.
That one's pretty cute.
Smaller, like an obstacle course.
Doesn't look small.
It is. Yeah, it's 15 by 15 also.
I think they'd have fun with that too, right?
Yeah, we can do the rainbow
Hiding and
run.
everything.
Slide, run, castle, 2 more. Medieval castle. There might be a little slide on here for the toddlers.
I kind of like the maze.
Big
Right.
maze.
Yeah,
Okay, we can put it on there and then they're gonna let us know what's
Yeah.
available, right? Okay.
Yeah, I like the maze. I think that looks pretty cool.
Amazing. I think it was this one. Amazing maze. 9.
How much is that?
900. Maze. This is kind of like a factory zone slide.
That one's kind of neat too.
As long as you have about 30 feet by 30 feet, it should be fine. It's just if it's raining, there would be no place to put them inside.
Now, is that for older kids, obviously? It's not for toddlers.
Yeah, that would be, so this is $1,000 and this
Oh,
is like a rock wall, but bouncy castle style. There's Twister, there's the soccer balls.
Oh, they go in it.
Yeah, you go in it and so that's $650 for 10. Yeah, we had those one year and it was really hot, but they liked it. They put them in the ball field so that they'd have like an arena to keep everything in. It would be in a more open environment, but you could probably put pylons. Mhm. So we'll pass on the ball, the Zorb balls for this year. Yeah. More mazes. Or we can leave the last one. If I have your top 4, then we can leave the last one if they're struggling, if we're struggling for the budget, like depending on, so I can make do with that.
I don't know if you guys got any of that, but we picked out 4, the young one, the big slide, the maze. Oh, there's a Plinko. Or whatever you call it, the giant 4-in-1. Oh, that's $50. Hmm.
Oh, my gosh.
Those might be fun too, just to have a few little centers. $850. Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, that'll take a long time.
Yeah,
Michelle, do you have anything to say?
oh, just 1 second.
Sorry, I was gone there for a bit.
Oh, we're
and I
gonna
was
go put the
talking, but I
volume
don't
up
think
just
you
a
guys
minute.
were hearing me. Can you hear me now? No.
Okay, now I can hear you.
Okay. Sorry, a while ago I was speaking and I guess my video wasn't working and
Yep. Okay, now I can hear you.
okay. Sorry, a while ago I was speaking and I guess my video wasn't working and
Are you done, Michelle, or? Yeah? It's just, everything's echoing in here, so we're having, it repeats everything we say all the time. So that's why we had the volume a little lower. I don't know if you guys are hearing that. Yeah. It's just, everything's echoing in here, so we're having, it repeats everything we say all the time. So that's why we had the volume a little lower. I don't know if you guys are hearing that. I think we have a good idea of where we're going with Canada Day, so we'll let the staff kind of choose, and we're gonna have it at Joe Chartrand. And if it rains, we'll move it to the arena. And we'll have the fireworks here at the municipality at 9 o'clock or so. Are you girls good with that? Yeah, Diane, yes, Michelle, yes. Okay, so we don't have a resolution for that or nothing.
There's a resolution just to confirm that we're going to use. There's a resolution to confirm that we're going to spend so much with Dream Catcher fireworks for fireworks display, spend so much on the activities packages for the library, invite La Boîte de Lunch, and for the entertainment, the Bouncy Castles, we're going to spend so much. So if, as long as everyone's okay with the amounts that we're spending, the details don't need to be included within the resolution as to what exactly we're spending each on. So if you guys are okay with that budget being allocated that way, that's what the resolution was for.
And the entertainers are free, are expected to donate.
Last time we had to give money for Danny.
Yeah.
For the sound, I think it was 1,000 for, or was that
It was
between the
about
tent?
It was about
500?
500 for Dan.
Yeah. So we'll have to see, well, first we'll have to find out if Linda's on board or not and how we move forward with that. Okay, so we'll continue on with 4.2, Joe Chartrand Park update. The municipality of French River layout for Joe Chartrand Park. I believe that's for the children's park that we're putting in there. I'll let Carly show you guys the video of that and she could speak to it.
Okay, so this is a video rendition of what the park, that the playground structure that will be installed at Joe Chartrand Park is set to look like. So they just sent this to us last week. Can you guys see that online? Just give me a head shake. Yeah, okay.
We're gonna have that, all that.
Okay, so so that's just a look at the play structure that's to be installed this season. The case donated $20,000 to this project, which they will be recognized. We're hoping through the sensory portion of the play structures. And the total project was about $120,000, $100,000 being council approved. So now we are waiting on excavation quote for the company to come in and excavate the area where it's all going to be placed. That should be received this week, and once the PO is generated, the work should start around the summertime. So it's all going to happen fairly quickly. It's just they haven't let us know yet how long the construction period is going to be.
So does anybody have any questions? Are you guys okay with what's being proposed to go up?
Yeah, it's beautiful. My daughter said it's epic.
It's epic. So, yeah, so that's what they came up with. And we tried to keep the outdoor theme going on because it's an outdoor playground. So we didn't want something that looked like the city. We wanted something to stay with the wood and the nature, and that's why we kind of went with that. There's also, we're looking at potentially another donation, and we've talked about maybe swings and stuff like that, but we're waiting to see what that person is doing. So as soon as we get an answer, we'll let people know of what's to be added, or we'll go from that down the road. But there's money that was given to the IPM to certain people, and it may be spent in our area. We're just not 100% sure yet. So we don't want to say anything just in case they're looking to split it within the municipalities that participated. So all the board members had a certain amount, and they're looking for that. So if they give us that, we'll add for swings and other things, or whatever they choose they may want to see there added to the playground. So does anybody else have any other? So we'll just get Carly to give us an update next time of how things are going. We'll continue on to 4.3, the musical instrument project, a verbal update. Carly has an update for that. Again, this for Joe Chartrand Park. So
Yes.
she has an update.
The musical instruments is Alvin.
Sorry, the musical instruments is Albin. I thought we had an update on
So we had received the musical instruments itself, but CRS has also been asked if they can also excavate, since they're doing Joe Chartrand Park. We may not have the time to excavate. They're just waiting in at the Public Works yard right now, the instruments. So at least this way they will also get installed. So that's the last portion of this project to be completed. And they're supposed to be meeting with Bob within the next couple of weeks.
Who's CRS?
CRS is the company that was awarded the playground structure company during the bidding process to install and purchase all these playground equipment from.
Mhm.
actually, it's not, they didn't really bid on it. It's because they're part of we can purchase through them because they're, Bob knows the proper term. I don't know the proper term, but they're one of the companies that has contracts with the municipalities that we can order from. And it's actually a local company from Sudbury. The lady actually took over her father's company. So it's kind of like there's a great story there, kind of a family, handed down from generations. So, and they do all the little Tykes playground. And so it's nice to keep it local, and
Yeah, it's the collaborative purchasing program.
yeah, that's what it's called. That big fancy word. So it'll be nice to have the musical instruments in Albin put up too at the same time. So now we're gonna go on to 4.4, the cultural industries mural project, a verbal update. I don't know if Diane has an update for us, or
I was going to provide a little update, Diane, if you wanted to chime in after, if that's all right. Okay.
Yes, that's perfect. Go ahead.
So just a very high level, Diane is working with local community members and artists on creating a mural project for individual murals, all being very inclusive of the 4 cultures and language minority people within the community. So we got the Métis, Francophone, Anglophone, and LGBTQ2S, I believe is the acronym, that we're kind of gearing each mural around. We have begun making arrangements to get the murals made, and we've also submitted to 2 different funding applications, one federal, one provincial, for funds that we're just waiting to hear back on if we are successful or not. I don't know if you wanted to add anything to that, Diane?
Just that we started out, the project was going to be for 4 murals. That would be Indigenous, Métis, Francophone, and Anglophone. Then we added the LGBTQ, and to that particular one, we've added children. It's the children that will be doing that particular one. That one starts tomorrow. The Anglophone one is almost done. The Francophone one starts next week, and the Métis one starts this week. So it looks like we will have 3 done by July 1st. So we have the only, not hurdles, but the things that we have to figure out is where we're going to put them. And so to that end, we've made them portable. That's as we were discussing before. So I'm going to be requesting through Public Works that we take a drive through town with our expert advisor Simon, who's going to who knows how to put signs up if it's required that they be anchored separately, and we'll just figure out where exactly we're going to put them. So far, it's the Métis is going in Joe Chartrand Park, and that budget allows that the mural will be as big as the 2 center posts. And Carly, if we get any money, then Jessica is designing it so that we could make it bigger required, Ron, and it's going to be beautiful, quite beautiful. I'm very impressed. And that's about it, unless anybody has any questions for me.
I'm just kind of confused. What did you say, Carly, about is there extra funding for something? Is that what you said at the end of your talk?
That we put out to the Francophone Community Culture Grant for funding for the project, as well as there's FedNor EDI, Economic Development Initiative, I believe. Renee spoke with a gentleman at the conference last week to see if there was any funding there also.
Just
So
to help,
just-
it's to
sorry.
help cover the cost of the project, because the project is quite, well, there's, paint and boards and installing and this and that. So if we could try to, recoup some grants to try to cover some of the costs, then it doesn't come out of the taxpayers, right? So we're just, these grants just became available, but so we did apply for them and we discussed it, at our FINUM, and, we talked and they said, well, there's this. And so if we could try to get some funding to try to cover the costs, that's what we're trying to do. Because it's a beautiful project, and who knows if there's money left at the end, maybe there'd be some money left over for next year for another 1 or 2, right? So we don't know, we're just throwing it out there, and yeah. Oh, yeah, August. We won't know till August if we're approved or not, but either way, we are moving forward with it. We just, if we can recoup some money back, it's always good for future. Kind of like the Joe Chartrand, we had applied for funding, we didn't get it. So we've included it in our budget, right? So we always try to get some money back if there's grants out there, and that's every project we do, we try to get it back if we can. And if we succeed, we succeed. And if not, well, at least we tried. Because these are all beautiful projects for the area, right? That we want. Yes, Diane?
To speak to that, given to us was $25,000, and that included everything. So I just noticed we sent Carly a copy of what we've done so far and a projected budget for any future projects. So as to the 25,000 now, we had 4,500 left, but I see that Shannon missed one artist. So we actually have $2,500 left. So the $2,500 that will be for the polls and that kind of stuff. But how far that goes. And then we're being extremely frugal, I think, but I'm quite surprised that we've got, 5 murals instead of 4, and that 3 will be up before July for given a year to do it.
Thanks, Diane. No, I think it's great too
Thank you.
that we'll have some up. It'll be nice to see. It's exciting.
Well, and the one on Joe Chartrand Park, if you're going to be having your, your Canada Day on Joe Chartrand Park, then you can, you can launch that one there also. And there's a possibility of us, if we work with Public Works, to bring one of the other ones there too, for the day. So we can talk about that at a future.
We'll let you can contact Carly and discuss that and the murals, I guess. That's the plan.
Yep,
So thank you.
absolutely.
Thank you to all the artists that are working hard on this. It's a great project. It's nice to see. So we'll continue on to Bob. Give an update on the ball field, Bob.
Good evening. The ball fields have been worked on since last week. The 2 in the level already. The 3 in the level already, actually. And they've worked on the one in Alvin today. That should be ready by the end of this week. So I know the high school girls, I think the high school practice tonight on the one field. And I believe the leagues are starting this week. The mixed league and the kids league.
Anybody have any questions for Bob? Or I think I also saw a post out for soccer or something. Maybe I'm mistaking, but I thought I saw something out there. I don't know if Michelle, you know anything about it?
Yeah, the soccer is actually, it's in somebody's yard. So it's the Rowans, so they do it in on their field.
Well, that's kind of nice if they're willing to, let the kids play soccer out there and organize it. That's really nice.
Yeah, they're just waiting for it to dry up and then they'll be posting it.
Thing.
Is there going to be a family ball tournament?
Yes, there is. It's the second, I'm going to say the second weekend of August, first weekend. The first falls on a Saturday, so it's actually the first weekend, which is 5, 6, 7, I believe, of August. So that will be happening at the arena. Everything looks good for that. I believe they've booked the arena, Bob. I think Michelle was
yes, they
supposed to
have.
talk to you.
Yeah, it's done.
Okay, so that's the plan. I think we are also hoping that we got I don't know if you remember the plaque that we talked about getting done for Claude Maillet. We were getting a plaque just done for all the community service all the things he's done in the area. And we'll be hopefully giving it to the family that weekend at the arena because it is his son's taking over the ball tournament. And it kind of goes good with the theme since Claude did start that ball tournament and the hockey tournament. And I believe, Bob, you're going to have to find a spot in the arena to put it.
I'm
So
sure we
that's
can-
how
Yes.
we decided to go with that. Did you say something, Bob?
I'm sure we can find a spot for it.
Yeah. Okay, so that's what we decided to do, just put up a plaque. And the kids just wrote, I don't remember the exact words, but I think it's just for all the work he's done in the community or something like that. So, because there's a lot of projects he worked on and touched a lot of different things, so it's hard to pinpoint or have a list. We'd have a list a mile long. So we just kept it plain and simple and that's what we decided to do. So that's 4.5 beautification project update. So last Thursday, volunteers and some workers. We weeded all the beds here at the municipality. There was quite a few of us. It went really well. We got I keep saying sawdust, but it's wood chips from the mill. And we freshened everything up, so everything's good here. We've fed all the plants, so all trimmed up. The workers at the municipality were great. They picked up the messes for us and took the weeds away, so that was really good and helped us with the barrels and that. We've also got all the baskets planted. We actually, the 10 extra baskets that we were expecting to do only next year came in on time. So we planted 36 hanging baskets. So we're going to be adding in town. So that'll be nice. And we worked our Melody and Debbie and I planted Friday afternoon, and boy, was I sore at nighttime, but we got them all done. So those will be nice hanging. And then we just have to go around now and finish cleaning up the other flower beds, and we can't really plant. It's too soon. And there's not much to plant because last year we put all perennials in. So that was kind of nice. So it saves a lot of work. We do want to add a little project, but we're going to discuss it with Bob and Melanie. We want to add the cemeteries, do a little something at the cemetery in Albin in Novel at the entrance. So, but we'll have a little discussion, Bob, to see if that's okay. And just around where the signs are. It's nothing big. It's just a little something to add. I see the smile there. But just a low key maintenance, again, something that's not work. They'll come back every year just to make it pretty. So that's about all we have on that. Would like to say thank you to Melody for planting most of all our flowers that went into our flowers. So even though she's retired, she still did a lot of growing in her backyard for us, which helped keep the cost low, which was really nice. So that was really good. And Chartrand gave us the dirt to put into the baskets, so that helped. We didn't have to buy no dirt, so that was nice also. So, and that's about it for that.
So Renee,
Yes,
we have not received the 10 extra brackets yet, so
yeah, we're waiting.
yes, we're
If
still waiting.
not, we're gonna find a spot for just, I don't know, we'll figure it out. You could let us know. The baskets won't be ready to hang till first week of June at least. They need at least another 3 weeks of growing in the pot.
Okay, well, hopefully the brackets come in before that.
Yeah. If not, we'll just stand you outside and we'll take shifts. We'll hold a basket. We don't have much to do this summer, eh?
Who waters them and how do they get watered?
So the municipal workers, last year, they got some kind of a box in the truck and they put in a pump in there and they go around once a week and or about that, eh, Bob, once a week, and they go around and they fill up all the reservoirs on them and it keeps them watered.
Every Monday and Thursday,
Yeah, so twice a week.
yes.
They're self-watering pots, but with when it's plus 30 out there, it seems to really suck up the water. So yeah, but no, they stayed pretty beautiful last year for a first attempt. So it was really good to see, and we got a lot of compliments on them. So it was nice. So that's it, I guess. We do a round table. Does anybody have anything to say? Nothing? We do, I'll just mention that the equipment, we did get a quote in for the musical, for the sound system at Joe Chartrand Park. It's coming to council tomorrow night. So there is one company that gave us a quote on it. It did come in over about $4,000 over budget. But Mark said we could, take it out of a fund, one of our, probably the recreation park fund or something. So we'll look at that.
I am just wondering, like, where is that stored? And then what are the conditions? Who can rent it and, who can
So
rent it?
the idea is that it's speakers and that stay, they're outdoors and they, so last year they built the new stage. And so they're gonna be hooked up there, and then when musicians come, they just plug their stuff in, right? And so, but I believe that the municipal employees will take care of that, but there is a little cabin there that they can store stuff in. And then I imagine maybe in the wintertime that'd be moved to the arena. But it's just to make it easier that if bands do want to come, all the equipment is there. Or if we have, well, not all the equipment, but the sound stuff, right? The basics. Richard reached out to one of the guys in Sudbury that put out the system at the Bell Park. So that's who helped, they kind of went through the list of what was needed for an outdoor area like that, but it's also going to be removable that if we have events elsewhere, they can take some pieces with them. Yeah, well, whatever they use it at Bell Park and those outdoor places, they know, like I'm not a musician, so I don't know what kind of speakers go outside, but they know their stuff and they've, they know what goes outside and what can stay outside year round. And it's worked at Bell Park for many a years, and I'm sure other playgrounds have stuff like that. So that's on budget tomorrow night on discussion for approval. So hopefully that'll be up for Canada Day, and then, we don't have to carry mics and go find speakers and all that kind of stuff. And that's all in the plan for, Richard would like to do some more events throughout the summer, musical events, just outdoor in the park or something. So that'll help for that, facilitate that. So does anybody else have any other comments?
No, the plug and play systems are really good. Those are the kind of systems that any musician can use. It doesn't matter what kind of band it is. If it's a traditional band or if it's a rock band, it's plug and play, and it is outdoors and it's very sturdy. I read the list, pretty impressive.
Thanks, Diane. And I know that the nights at the gallery have been going good. They have a one evening night at the gallery every month on the first Tuesday of the month. So that's been a great hit with people. Seems to be more and more people going out. So that's nice to see a lot of local talent. And so maybe those will be our, first superstar bands out at Joe Chartrand Park to get people out there. So we'll see. We'll see what the future brings.
Yeah, there's a
So-
lot of really good original music that's coming out of Backstreet Gallery first Tuesday of every month. And now that they're all collaborating, they're actually creating their own events. And, like French River Band is on Spotify. Tyler Dokise's dropped 2 CDs. So there's a lot of stuff happening in music. So yes, we will definitely, when time comes, when you guys are ready, we'll start moving things towards Joe Chartrand Park too for the summer.
Okay, does anybody else have anything else to say? We're good. Okay, so I just need a mover and a seconder to adjourn. Diane and Michelle. So we'll look at having, I don't know, we probably won't have another meeting before Canada Day. It'll probably be after Canada Day in July sometime. And I think we're gonna try to move it to Monday night, if that works. Because Carly on Tuesday night, Ruck has firemen, so with the baby, this way, if they have an opposite night, it'll be a little easier.
Okay, I was asking previously about the municipal. Is it July the 1st or June 2nd? Is that the municipal election?
The
Or is
municipal,
it just the provincial election?
the provincial election is
okay.
June 2nd. The municipal ones are until October.
Oh, October.
Yeah.
okay, Okay,
So,
got it.
okay. So I think that's it for now. So we'll see you. We'll let you know when the next one is, and hopefully we'll have some things up and about, and we'll have some good feedback. Bob, did you have anything to say for us, or are you good?
No, I'm good. Just want to say good night.